Hello everybody and welcome back to Rusty Acres. So this is my second farming simulator video recorded on the new PC, and I'm still trying to just fine tune the volumes. I have increased the microphone volume because many said that I was too quiet and the tractors were too loud, but I think it's probably just the fact that I was too quiet which was making them seem loud. I've knocked them down a bit, but I've probably knocked them down a bit too far, although this tractor here is quite quiet anyway, so it's not really a good example, not a very good test article. We're going to have to go and find a different machine. I was going to get a worker to do this, but I think it might actually be easier to do it myself. We'll have to see. There we go. Oh, a fly just buzzed past. I don't know if it picked up in the microphone. Right. Let's see if we can get any sound out of this. So yeah, it'd be interesting just to hear what you think about the sound now. Whenever I go into editing, it's always quite clear anyway. Yesterday's video was far too quiet, the narration was far too quiet. So yeah, we'll see. We will just have to see, and I can tweak it again if necessary. So in here we have 12% horse hay, 6,500 litres. Let's go and sell this. Yeah, it's going to be a few days until I have a steering wheel, so I'm just using the keyboard. I think there's a few days lead time currently because Amazon and PC World, they're all a few days until delivery, so I think possibly Thursday or Friday this week my wheel will arrive. So I look forward to that. It is the G920, which many people have pointed out is the same as the G29. Yeah, I was aware of it, but I've heard from many people that have had better luck with the G920. I don't know if it's just a coincidence, but there seems to be less cases of the squeak, the dreaded squeak, which turns up randomly. Or in my case, it was there from the start. And if I wasn't doing videos, it wouldn't even bother me. It's just because in the videos you hear the squeak and it's just kind of painful to hear. Quite overpowering in the microphone. So yeah, let's just hope this is good. I think I will just do a sound test. I'm just going to go off screen and just listen to what I've just recorded. It's hard to say. The vocals are fine, definitely loud enough. As for the machines, possibly they need tweaking up a bit because they are a bit too quiet. So we'll just have to see what we all think. Probably increase it by 10%. So there's going to be some pretty bad driving, even though there's pretty bad driving anyway, but even worse whilst I don't have the wheel. So you'll just have to excuse that. And yeah, today we're going to be working in field number 8. We're going to be cutting that clover, getting it processed. We'll create clover hay, I think, and then we're going to plough up the whole field and join 3 together. It's been a long time coming. Okay, so there we go. Sell the horse hay, get a bit of extra money. £1,274, that's not too bad. And yeah, we'll leave the clover field over there to regrow. We do need to fertilise it, I think. But yes, the focus is certainly over in the other 3 fields. And I actually did do the vote ages ago. We're putting, I think it was triticale. We're going to put triticale in. And the field down the bottom, which we're currently cultivating, is going to be carrots. The worker is still working. It's a good sign. And I guess this is going to be classed as a bit of a trailer. Put it in the trailer park. There we go. Right, so mowers. The mowers we're going to go for are our usual ones. We don't need to go for anything else, anything more fancy. Of course, we did use the Swather, which was great fun, but we just can't afford it. Or actually, no, we're not. Bit of an issue, because I'm on a new computer. I did manage to transfer the mods, but you can't transfer the DLCs. You have to download them again separately, and then activate them. So I don't have the mowers. So for today, it looks like we probably are going to be using a Swather. But that's fine, although we're not really looking for a swath. Still, what's the alternative? I suppose there are these, which we can not afford, but Yeah, we could certainly buy the rear one. Actually, obviously we had them before. And they've vanished because I don't have the DLC anymore, so we should just have these for free. We never sold them. The others are worth more as well. I know it makes it tricky. But yes, that is not a cheat. So let's go and pick them up. It is actually a downgrade. This is a downgrade over what we had. So tricky without a steering wheel. Right, so let's go and see how these perform. They should be good. Okay, here we are. I think we actually did cut this once before. We never actually did anything with it, so it's just grown again. If the cut grass is still here, underneath it all, then it just means we have double. So we could really benefit from this. Okay, let me just put this so we can lift both at the same time. It should lift both. Doesn't seem to be. Okay, well that's looking good. So we just need to allow this to dry. We're going to have to come in here with the tedder, and then we're going to have to ted it again. And then that way... Is that from we're going to lift? It's not going to lift, is it, for some reason? Yeah, that way we're going to get the lovely clover hay. Okay, well, not to worry about the lifting. It usually does work, but maybe I haven't set up that control properly yet. So I'll continue doing this until it's all done, and then we'll come straight into here with the tedder and start sorting it out. Okay, I think it's probably about time we had a bigger tedder. It's not that big. And by the way, you know I added money in for the mowers, for the difference. If it turns out that I've added too much, then please do let me know. If you know that the other ones were worth less than what I've guessed at. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they were 100 and something thousand pounds. I'm sure they're very expensive. So yeah, let's just fold these up. Take them back to the yard. And the faster we can do this, the better, because we just need to get the crops into here. It's going to be one huge field of triticale. Oh, and yes, the message does come up about the worker. Apparently it's finished. Let's see what kind of a job it's done. I'm really hoping it's a good job. Just pop these away in the shed first. Okay, which shed should we go for? There is space over there. The rear mowers. And now for the front one. Not quite straight, but there we go. So yes. What kind of a job has it done? Let's head down there. Ooh, not bad. Not bad at all. But it hasn't been over the far side. We're going to have to set it off again. And yeah, as soon as we get a minute, we're going to put the drill on the fence. We're going to get this field done as well. Because I think the carrots are done through our multi-fruit drill. And yes, I did actually ask in the previous episode, I think it was, if you can direct drill into grass. And I had some very good comments. Thank you to everybody who did comment. It sounds like you probably can do, but it's not always recommended. It would probably be very field dependent and depending on what crop is going in. But yeah, I don't regret cultivating it first. I think it's a good idea. Actually, we could sell it from here. But they always want to buy my tractor. They're not having it. There we go. Yes, and 9528. So we have £106,000. We can certainly get a good tedder for that. We're not going to spend it all though. That would be unnecessary. I just checked my order for the steering wheel, and it says delivery no later than Thursday. So hopefully it is. Kind of struggling without it. Yes, I shouldn't have been looking on my virtual phone though, whilst driving in this virtual game. Okay, the worker has finished its task again. I think I'm just going to have to finish off there. £27,000. That's the good thing about these tedders, they're not too expensive. For what you get, it's a pretty big machine. But despite the size of it, it's probably not really enough to justify this tractor. This is a big tractor. So when I suggested buying a big tedder like this, I was sort of thinking about the future, and fill number 1. Fill number 1's pretty big. We just get to have the benefit of doing this really quickly in fill number 8. So that is going to be semi-dry. We can do it again straight away if we want to. I think I will do, just to get this done and out of the way. So all we have to do, I think, is just detach the tedder and then go again. It's mesmerising, seeing all the clover being flicked around. It's looking good. Very good. What a transformation. So yeah, we just need to get the windrow into here. We'll row it up, then we'll pick it up immediately with the loading wagon. In fact, we could have a follow me course going, so we could just have the worker following me windrowing it. Do 2 jobs in one go. And I would like to actually cultivate this field today as well. I don't know if the one which is currently on the fence is going to be the best one. I think we have 2 cultivators. I can't remember if that's the bigger one or the smaller one. And of course, yeah, we still have to wrap up the cultivating down in field number 24, is it? I always get this wrong. Oh, it is 24. Nice. I was lucky with my guess. So, yeah, just a tiny piece there which has been missed. But I think this looks pretty thick on the ground. I think we're going to have quite a bit here. Quite a bit is going to come off this relatively small area. So we'll fold this up and we'll grab the windrower, and maybe I should actually just bring the other tractor back because we could use the other tractor. If we drop the cultivator in the field, although having said that, we would probably have to put the loading wagon onto this tractor and the windrower onto the fence. Yes, of course. No. Forget that. I'm thinking out loud again. We'll just use the Zeta. I suppose we have the Deutz. I always forget about the Deutz. Reversing with the keyboard. Not easy. Okay, I'll just get things set up. And we're off. Now this is going to be quite tricky, since we have the traffic. So I'm just going to position myself over to the left. We've got to drive as if we have the loading wagon on the back. Okay. We need to get in before the car. My hay fever is really playing up today, you've probably noticed. Come on, fence. It's going to hit the gate post, I can just tell. Although it does have rear steering, doesn't it? So that's really useful. We've made it. Good. So yes, I did put it onto the Deutz, although the Z2 is perfectly capable of running this windrower. I do just need to start things up. So, ooh, that was heavy braking. The question is, will it be able to fit everything into one load? There's no vote for it, but yeah, just have a guess yourself, if you'd like to. We'll just make sure that he's picking it up. I've done it so many times before, where I drive all the way around the field and then find out the loading wagon or the baler wasn't actually working. But that seems to be, that's good. Yeah, this is actually a very nice loading wagon, because with most of them, if you turn too tight, it won't pick anything up, but because it's got the steering on the loading wagon itself, it actually follows the tractor, which is really good. If we turn extremely tight, like here, I would imagine it would still miss something. If it gets that, it's a miracle. That's a challenge, that is. Yeah, it's going to miss a tiny bit, but that is still very impressive. So the cows and the sheep need to be given the clover hay. The cows will take so much more. The cows could have all this land together and it still wouldn't be enough. So what they're actually going to get is probably going to appear like a very small amount, but it's something. I would say it's all going to fit quite easily. We're pretty much there. Is it full? It is full, isn't it? Okay, so we'll come back to that in a second. We'll just finish off the windrowing. So I was wrong. It wouldn't all fit in. So if you said it wasn't going to fit in, well done. If you said it was going to fit in, then you're in the same boat as me. It's usually the opposite of whatever I say, so it's quite easy to get it right. I'm just going to keep that going. If it follows me, it's fine. We'll be back in the farmyard before it's even out of the field. So I think we'll just go to the sheep first, because we should easily be able to fill their trough. And then it's simple, because then the cows can just have everything else. It's the best way of calculating it. That seems to be... oh, it's hit the fence, okay. Might as well stop the course. And we'll put this over here. Put it back where it came from. And reversing this without steering wheel is going to be even more tricky, because it has steering itself. The windrower itself has the steering axle. Okay. Well, it's in. That's it. Off the fence. Fun's over. Lovely clover hay. don't think I've ever taken such a big thing into the sheep farm before. After all, you get into the sheep farm over a little bridge, so this might be interesting. It's not too bad, quite wide, and yeah, very soon they're probably going to want to have the fermented clover and some more grass. So we'll have to bring the bucket over for the telehandler. Right, so I'm guessing they're not going to take a huge amount. Yeah, 30%. So that leaves quite a bit for the cows, but it won't be enough for the cows. It's looking really good over here now. We have 2 litres of wool. It's made it all worthwhile. I'll go and clean up the rest of the field before we tip this. Get it finished off. There is a fair amount left here. If we can give the cows 85%, that would be very good. They're never going to get through it in this series anyway. I think what's going to happen is we're going to transfer any food which they have left in the trough to the next map. One map which I really want to do is called, let me get this right, I think it's called Hofbergman. I think it is. That is going to be an interesting map. I want to do that before 22 is released. There are others as well. So any progress which we have here, we're not going to lose. We'll just transfer all the machines, all the money, animals. Right, so yeah, 82%. Very good. This will be the last episode before we rest, so hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to sell some milk. They have produced quite a bit. When I last checked they had just short of 21,000 litres, and that should be going up all the time. If they don't take all of this, I will be surprised. And I hope they do, because I've got nowhere to store it. Right, let's just shift this lorry forward. Nice parking. I'm just going to have time to complete the previous field, cultivating in there, but we'll just whiz over this other one tomorrow. Right, so everybody have a guess. Is it going to all fit? I say yes, it will all fit. Aha! I got something right for once. That is good. Yes, it very easily fits as well. Plenty of space left, not even half. And we have 21,190 litres. Not bad at all. So what kind of a mess has the worker left us? Oh, quite a large one. Okay then, well let's just get this finished off. I wasn't expecting to be doing quite so much, but there you go, that's the workers for you. And there we are. We're ready for the carrots. So yeah, we'll do the carrots next time, put them in, and we'll do the triticale. Hoping to get all that done. Cultivate for number 8, and that should put us in a really good position. Oh yes, and also if we can do, sell some milk. But we are going to have to get hold of a tanker. But that shouldn't be too tricky. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and until next time, See you again soon. Bye for now.